Now, people, Leeds TV, Costa, we've got Phil Miles, who was with us last night on the day, 3 with the beast. I do believe he said 3-0 as well, if I'm being totally honest. A big props to Phil.
No, it was Scott, mate. It wasn't me. I didn't give a prediction.
Yeah, I forgot about that. My bad. Loads to get into, guys. If you're just watching, get your comments in. We'll get to your comments, obviously. If you haven't already, Oscar's just put out the live player ratings poll as well. So get rating on there as well, and we'll do that after this. And, yeah, absolutely buzzing. I'm going to go to you, Phil, first of all, mate, because me and Oscar have just done the watch-along. They've seen enough of us. What do you make of that game, mate?
I'm not going to lie to you. First 20 minutes, I really wanted to turn it off. I hated it.
Yeah. It was bad. That pitch was brutal.
Yeah, the pitch I focused on last night, and I wanted it to be better. I thought, hasn't rained. It can't be that bad. It was garbage. Yeah, everybody fell over Llorente fell over a lot. Was that just me?
No, I think, to be honest, mate, I think everybody did.
Everyone did. But
I was concerned that we were going to end up with an injury or a mistake.
Yeah, very much so. Well, to be honest, we probably have, because obviously Click got taken off, and we already know he's got that hip injury anyway. Yeah. So I really hope it's not. By the sounds of it, he needs surgery anyway. We've already seen what happens with Forshaw, where you don't send anybody off for hip surgery at the right time. Yeah. I'd rather not play that game with Click. I know people will say that he's not been the same for a little while now, and he's not been performing the way he used to. But I think with Matthias Click, I sort of compare him to a James Milner, in that James Milner will guarantee you 7.5 every game. And realistically, I think Click with this hip injury guarantees you a 6 every game, which is not really doing him justice, because he is better than that. And with a mixture of the pitch and the injury that he's carrying, I kind of hope that he does just sort of get sent off for surgery as soon as possible. And I don't really want to see him miss out on the chance of a Euros as well this summer, because he's earned that. So I hope that's not too bad for him. But no, the pitch was garbage. First 20 minutes was garbage, but the second half in particular, one word, Raphinha.
Yeah. He was good, wasn't he? He was absolutely unbelievable. I know. What a player. I mean, Oscar, how good was Raf tonight? I'm saving my man of the match, though. I've got a different man of the match.
Yeah. I have to be fair as well. I think to be fair,
I think we might all have the same person,
Possibly.
I think we might. We do. I know already we do.
We'll have to wait and see. We might not do. But Oscar, talk to me, man. I'm buzzing.
Unless you've all got Johnny Alioski as your man of the match, then we don't think we do. I'm messing. But Raphinha, I tell you what, the amount of times he cut the ball back into the centre, you could have about 4 or 5 assists, if we've been on it in terms of finishing those chances. But he was unreal. That free kick, I mean, there's no surprise he scored it. It's no surprise anymore he does things like that. It's what you expect. He's almost got to that level now where you expect him to do something every single game. It's not just a case of he does something one game, bit inconsistent next game. It's every single game, just consistently. And you don't normally get that from wingers, but he's probably the most consistent player in the team, and he's one of the more creative players. So it's mad.
And I'm sick now. People need to take notice. I'm sick of hearing Emilio Martinez is the signing of the summer. Good goalkeeper, yes, but he is not the signing of the summer. Raphinha is 17 million we've paid for that lad, and he is absolutely unbelievable.
That's filth.
Totally.
Yeah. It's mental, isn't it? It's mental. Forget Martin. Don't get me wrong, Martin, a great goalkeeper, etc. But come on, Raphinha for the price we paid for him, absolute insanity.
We paid the same for Llorente.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What did we make? Phil, what did you make to Llorente tonight? I thought he grew into it.
In all honesty, I am just happy that he's played 90 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't care about the rest. He's played 90 minutes. He's taken an elbow to the ribs. He's been on the floor more times than Alioski usually is. Like, by the looks of things, he's safe and well, and that's all that matters. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I'm not going to judge him yet. Same with the results thing last night. I'm not going to make a prediction. I'm not going to tell you he's going to be our captain in 5 years' time. I'm holding out on him. Like, I want to see him get fit, get a run of games, and just sort of bed himself into the team, and then I'll start sort of giving an opinion. But until then, I don't want to put any pressure on him because I don't want him to get injured. I don't want him to sort of end up being a waste of 17 million quid.
Yeah. I thought he was good tonight, though. You know, there was a few moments like there was almost a moment where he scored. I mean, he carried the ball out. I think he worked out to Raphinha. Raphinha cut it back, and he almost scored. You know, and we were speaking on the stream. You know, like Oscar said, what's he doing up there? But
why was he there?
No, but
I'm not a clue, mate. I'm not a clue.
Seeing that though. We're used to seeing that with Ben White. Ben White used to continue his run. So I liked it, man. That's what we want to see, man. I think him, you know, what we've got to remember as well is Koch, Rodrigo, and KP are all going to come into this side as well, man. It's just going to continue to get better. That's why when people talk rubbish about Leeds, I just think you don't know what you're talking about. We're back.
Hey, 35 points. We're going down. We're going down.
Battle. Crucial 6 points today.
Hey, we were going down before tonight. Remember that.
Remember, you know, you've got Tottenham. Tottenham who were 9th, man. We're 10th. Tottenham were top of the table, needing to worry about Brighton and Brighton and Fulham and them, man. You know what I mean?
Southampton were top of the league in October. And now they're like 9 points behind us. Yeah. We're going to win this league, mate. It's fine.
Great shout as well from
Champions League. Get the music going.
Yeah, get the music. Big shout out Match Day Vlogs coming on. Said, fair play, congrats, boys. Deserved win. Could have been more. And it really could have, you know. The second half. Obviously, the first half, you know, they had chances. I mean, before we do go into the second half, I've got some notes and that here. What did we make to I mean, the dive. I don't want to focus on the negatives, but
why didn't he get booked?
This is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
That's scandalous, man.
Yeah. Do you know what makes it even more frustrating for me is the fact that Raphinha has been booked for celebrating and sending a lovely message.
Yeah.
It's actually turns out, I've been on Twitter, it turns out this message was to Ronaldinho and his family. His family, they've had a loss, but he's been yellow carded for celebrating a wonderful free kick and showing a message, but yet a guy who's dived, which is cheating, let's be honest, he's trying to fool the ref and he's not 100%. Being given anything. I don't get it. It's frustrating.
Can I ask you a question, guys? I know you were doing the watch along. Did you have Sky Sports commentary on while you were doing it?
We can't.
No, never.
Let me say this for everyone that will be watching this that had Sky Sports commentary. I think it was Andy Hinchcliffe. I'm not 1,000,000% sure. Yeah. Their commentary is a fucking disgrace. I had to try not to say the F word, but disgraceful, mate. Yeah. Like their disallowed goal. He stood there talking about, oh, this could be a goal. He's blown his whistle 3 times. That's a goal. What are you
This is why, Phil. This is why we say to people, watch it, but mute it and listen to us.
Listen to us.
The commentaries this season in general is driving me up the wall. If it's not Karen Carney, it's somebody else. This clown, before the game even kicks off, he's talking about how Bamford's had a shocking spell at Leeds before Bielsa arrived. Bamford's Bielsa's first signing, you clown. Research what you're going to say. It pisses me off.
It's brutal, isn't it? It really is brutal.
It bloody bothers me.
This is the message from Raphinha, by the way. It says, much strength for the Assis Morea family. Rest in peace, Donna Miguel and sorry, I've murdered that last name, but it's a lovely message from Raphinha after his great free kick to the family of Ronaldinho after his mother passed away. on Saturday. But that's the frustrating thing. He gets a yellow card for that lovely message, and then a player who dives doesn't get anything. And he made a few dodgy fouls as well, did the young kid. I did think he looked talented.
100%.
He did look all right. We had a couple of chances ourselves. Obviously, there was one where Patrick Bamford could have played Roberts in a little bit sooner. Didn't, and that one. And there was a few chances in the first half.
Threw on goal as well. Remain tackle of the season, to recover. How he recovers, I don't know, but that's a chance as well. We were just brilliant.
How does Romeo get back? Like, it's mad. As soon as he goes through, I thought he was scoring.
Yeah, it's mad.
For me, I wasn't happy with Raphinha with that, to be honest. I felt like he kind of waited for the contact rather than finishing, and I would have liked to have seen him just twat it, mate. Finish it. Like, he waited for the contact as if he wanted a penalty, and obviously we've just berated the last person for doing the same thing. But in a nutshell, it looked like Raphinha was doing the exact same thing.
Well, that's right. There was one, I think, for Roberts, a chance as well where Raphinha cut it back and he got round Salisu. And you could have argued at that point, go down. Because there was a little bit
definitely.
And he stayed on his feet. We've seen it loads of times with Leeds. Pervader against City, where he cut inside and could have gone down. I think it was City, or it might have been Chelsea. But what I'm saying is, it's like we're very reluctant to do that at Leeds United. We don't time waste all that often. And I think it's very much the Bielsa ethos. But he should have been booked for that. And what did you make then to the goal that wasn't? Obviously, me and Oscar don't have the luxury of listening to the commentary. Phil, was it the case that he didn't blow his whistle when they took it? Or what?
He did. Like, by the looks of the replays alone, as well as the commentary, which was just daft, he'd told the players to wait for his whistle. They took the free kick, and then before... I mean, was it Che Adams that actually got the ball and put it in the back of the net?
Scored,
Before Che Adams touches the ball to get it under control, he blows his whistle like 3 times. So obviously none of our players move. And then he puts it in the back of the net and their players are kicking off like, well, you didn't blow a whistle. Mate, I'm watching it. Like, what am I, 12 miles away from the stadium? I've heard that whistle from here. He's whistled 3 times. You're stood right next to him. You can't not have heard that. There's no point for VAR. It's a whistle. You can't stop that, mate.
No, absolutely. It's just like they're making such a thing out of it, but just for me, for Southampton, they moan and moan and moan. Just be a bit better at football. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's there was a lot of moaning off Hasenhüttl. The funniest thing for me, Phil, and me and Joe were talking about it, was Hasenhüttl complaining about the penalty. He's complaining about it, thinking he's.
Mate, I would implore him. I don't know if he did at the time. Go and watch that replay and tell me he didn't dive. He's kicked Llorente.
Didn't he?
A yellow card. I don't understand how he's not got. He didn't even get booked for the few fouls like you said later on. He didn't get booked at all.
Yeah, that's madness.
He took him off, but realistically, he could have had 2 or 3 yellow cards.
Yeah. No, you bang on, mate, because I remember he made a foul not long after, and I'm going, he should have been sent off now.
On Tyler.
It was almost instantly after. This is a great point by Joe Madigan. We have a Brazilian player that's amazing, and he's tight with Ronaldinho. We've come a long way since the likes of Adrian, you know what I mean?
Mate, you know who his agent is?
Deco, right?
Deco. Yeah. Deco's his agent.
I know.
Where have we found him?
I know, it's madness. Our friends at LUFC.
LUFC fan zone. Got him on.
They've got him on. Yeah, they've got him on this week. Deco. I mean, how they pull out them guests is beyond me. Guys, we've got. Exactly.
We'll get him on next.
We'll have to get Phil to start sending DMs to people he knows. I'm
expecting you two to do this. I'm not going to be able to get Deco.
We've almost got 600 people watching, guys, which is absolutely huge. Please smash a like on the video. Continue to do so. Let's see if we can get 1,000 people in this stream before we're done. Second half comes then. I mean, what a turn up for the Bucks. I mean, we, unfortunately, and I guess you were watching Sky as well, Phil, we didn't even get to see the goal properly because they were showing us replay.
Yeah, no, I was watching a replay and then it came back on and then I just went, I was like, that counts, right? What's going on? It counts! Don't forget, I triple captained Patrick Bamford for this. So I was happy as Larry when that went in. I'm a bit annoyed you didn't get 3, but I'll take 1.
Great as well, wasn't it? Oscar Tyler, another assist.
There you go, another assist. I see my man Chris. Oh no, Chris Kelly's there. Chris Kelly's there. I've not seen anything from Chris about Tyler. I'm only messing, mate. I'm only messing. But look, it's good. It's good to see. Lovely. What a ball it is as well. It's.
Have you noticed the goal, tonight's goal, Bamford's goal, is literally a carbon copy of the one that was disallowed against Wolves. Literally,
it was exactly that.
Carbon copy.
Pretty much the exact same goal, isn't it?
Yeah.
You look back at it, but I'm only messing, Chris. I'm only messing. I've called out Chris there. I've been unfair.
They're too busy arguing in the comments with Luis Vivar, who's probably having a go at Alioski. To be fair,
I'm just seeing that what a disgraceful player from Luis Vivar. So I can only assume
Alioski is the worst player that he's ever seen in his entire life. I thought Alioski did okay when he came on. Personally, if I'm being totally honest, I thought he did all right.
Yeah, he did okay, but no. Look, I mean, I can think of about 5 or 6 left backs who played for Leeds alone who are worse than Gianni Alioski. So that's harsh.
Yeah, Stephen Craney, Phil Miles. Yeah, there was loads.
Federico Bassoni, Lawrence George McCartney, Dan Harding. I mean, the list is endless. Is endless.
There is. Obviously, what about Dallas's finish? I mean, people are saying it's a toe punt. I mean, for me, it looked like
it's a toe punt.
It looked like to me hit it on the outside of his foot, man. He's thought, I'm having this. It's curling away from the goalkeeper.
It is the outside of his left foot, but it is a toe poke. I'm not.
Oh, that's outrageous! I'm not having that. It's his weak foot. It's a cultured finish, mate. He's just swerved it.
The fact that that's his weak foot makes me think even more that it's a toe poke.
No.
He's won the boot at it and it's gone in. Like, let's just celebrate it. Who cares?
It was swaz, mate. If that was on the F2, it's swaz. It's just absolutely unreal. It's absolutely unreal finish. Honestly. Yeah. No, I'm not having that. No.
Yeah, toe tackle.
Short backlift.
Yeah.
Love that.
They can have that. That's right. Just because it's on his weak foot and it is potentially a toe poke doesn't mean it's not a good finish. Like, do you remember Ronaldinho against Chelsea in the Champions League?
It was better.
That was a toe poke, and it was a better goal for being a toe poke. Like, a toe poke is always a bad thing, but it was.
I think Dallas's were better though. Do you, Ross?
Yeah, I do. Miles better. And I think, Phil, you're on a slippery slope if you question the Chapeltown Cafu. You're on a very slippery slope. I mean, your local lad, and you're having a go at him. Unreal, mate. Unreal. But did you say that today?
I'm not questioning. I'm happy it went in.
I know.
I'm not questioning at all.
I'm
just questioning the technique. That's all.
It was great, man.
The toe poke. That's outrageous.
How many goals is that for Dallas as well now?
Five now for Stewie D.
Which Elder Costa's got 3 or 4 as well, so 5 isn't actually like that good when you think about it. I'm joking.
I was going to say, don't take the shine off, Phil.
Can I ask you guys a question? Did you think once Southampton let the first goal in, can you kind of see how they end up conceding 9? Because I genuinely thought for us, I mean, I know we always have this thing about we don't necessarily finish every chance that we get. But we could have genuinely had 9. Like, the XG for the game was only like 1.67 for us, 1.27 for them. So we only kind of edged it, really. But I thought chances we had, we could have probably had 9, to be fair.
There was some serious
XG for me. That sums up XG. The fact that we had a higher XG against Wolves than we did today. Yeah. I mean, but people have a go at me now. People have a go at me. You don't understand it. You don't understand it. I do understand it. I just don't need to look at the stats to know if we played well or not. It's just, sorry. I'm still wound up from last week when people having a go at accusing me. I'm getting accused.
No, 100%. I mean,
not on my watch.
We could have had a few.
It's on fire. What were you saying, Phil?
We could have had quite a lot tonight. I mean, obviously, you mentioned Llorente's chance.
Yeah.
I had one at the end for Pablo. Robert should have had maybe 3.
Yeah.
Costa could have had 1. There was quite a few.
There was loads, man.
There's loads. We could have had 10. We could have broke the record.
Having said that, though, for me, Phil, they had a couple as well. To be fair, they had 2 in the first 10 minutes. I think they probably should have scored, but I think it was, I don't know if it's a 3-0 game, but I thought we just thoroughly deserved it. You know,
I think we did. I think 3-0 is fair. On the second half alone.
I think on chances. I think it was quite even first half for me, but I think we did kind of blew them away, didn't we? Second half, didn't we? I mean,
well, that's what I think. We were speaking to their opposition fans, and they said there's a notable drop off around the 70th, 75th minute, and we were chatting about how they said the sides are very similar, but Leeds United, we don't have that drop off. You know, it's not like that, and I do think, especially in that first 20, 25 minutes, Southampton pressed us brilliantly. We couldn't get out, and I was coupled with the pitch, the wayward passing from the likes of Click, even Llorente at times, Ayling as well. I was just thinking, it's going to be one of them nights. But Bielsa obviously had a word. We came out second half, and it was just like chalk and cheese. What about Meslier as well, Phil? You made the point that he now has the record. He's got the record for the best youngest keeper ever.
Another one in my fantasy team as well. Get in. Yeah. No, just for that statistic alone, I am going to be on to my friend in Canada tonight, giving him absolute hell. Yeah. Because I cannot be arsed with anybody trying to give Meslier grief. Like, he is now, statistically, the best goalkeeper under the age of 21 the Premier League has ever seen. Premier League's been around since I was born. That's nearly 30 years, man. Like, Joe Hart, fine. I know that's not really... He
was a winner, weren't he?
Yeah, but Meslier can go on quite easily now to have a better career than him, hopefully with Leeds, and we'll win a Premier League. So
definitely. World Cup winner and Premiership winner.
It's happening.
I struggle to decide: are we the best team in England or are we the best team in Europe? I'm struggling to decide. To be fair. I mean, it's a tough one, to be fair, between the two. But
we're the best to watch in England, without a doubt.
But, you know, we scored 3 today. How many did City score at the weekend? 1. Boring.
This is a great point, though, isn't it? Right? Like, Chris Kelly, according to pundits and everyone outside of Leeds, they will tell you that our defence is terrible. We can see too many goals. But Meslier is the record holder. This is what we're talking, right? Like you just said, record holder for under 21 clean sheets in the Premier League. And he isn't playing in a Man City side. No. He's playing in a newly promoted Leeds United side. You need to give that context as well. Because if he was playing in that Man City side now, I mean, he'd have had umpteen clean sheets. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he has not got Vincent Kompany in front of him.
Kompany, Fernandinho, Darboletta, you know, all in the kind of peak at that time as well. Torre. Yeah. It's madness. It's madness. This talk about we can see too many goals. I mean, our defensive records, to be fair, since that 6-2, I'm not sure who that was against, to be fair. I can't remember who that was against. Whoever it was against. Ever since that, the Pascal effect, which we discussed before, only 2 teams have conceded more goals than us. One City, and I think the other is Chelsea, have just changed manager. So, absolute nonsense that this team is weak defensively. And he's still got his best defender for me. Our best centre-back is still to come back in for me, who I think is Robin Koch, but he's still to come back. Calvin's not there.
Liam Cooper is the best centre-back in the Premier League.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Statistically, yes.
he's unbelievable. Obviously, Bamford scores. Who gets the second? It's Stewie D. We've already touched on it. It was nice to see Pablo.
Zero technique, toe poke.
Pablo started it off, though. Pablo into Dallas. Dallas sent it out wide to Costa. Let's talk about Costa as well. I mean, it was a decent pass back to Stewie D. And like we said, he outside of the left foot, boom, absolute curling away. No chance for McCarthy. But how good was Helder Costa tonight? Because for me, I thought he was brilliant when he came on.
Yeah, no, the thing I liked about Costa was he saw the hunger. You know, loads of times he was just running down the line, and just Bertrand struggled against him. I thought it was probably one of his best games this season. Lovely layoff for the first goal, albeit you can say as a third goal, whatever, got second goal for Dallas. Yeah. Albeit you say Dallas has probably has to do a lot of work to finish it, but still, it's a much improved performance from Helder Costa. I think the thing is, his performance, the fact that Raphinha's done so much on the other side, has kind of completely overshadowed it, you know, in terms of Costa just looks ordinary in comparison to Raphinha, and that might be why he might not quite get the praise he deserves. But to be fair, a lot of love in the comments. He was absolutely superb for me when he came on.
So, Phil, we've seen Tyler after being, January, isn't he going out on loan? A lot of us, me included, saying, I think he needs a loan move. Then he's been coming on and performing better and better. Then he gets to start. Costa's been doing the same. I know it's only 2 games, but he's come on. He's looked bright. He's looking better. He's getting more minutes. Is there a chance we might see him ahead of Harrison? Because I thought Harrison, I touched on it yesterday, was a little bit off again tonight, Phil. I know you're a big fan of Harrison, but what do you make to Costa possibly being in with a chance?
I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I thought, like I said, the first 20 minutes was garbage. And the first 20 minutes for me was garbage because, and I know this is going to sound a bit stupid because it got changed in the second half and it actually went back anyway. But Harrison was on the right. Harrison is not a right winger, he's a left winger. And Raphinha was on the left. Obviously, Raphinha down the left in the second half is the way we won the game. But like you said last night, Bednarek is not a recognised right back. We had no recognised right back. I would have liked to have seen Jack Harrison for the entirety of the first half, run at him, whip crosses in and see what happens. Nobody questions Marcelo Bielsa, but, there does have to be the odd sort of, was that playing to Jackie's strengths? And once you've realised you've not played to his strengths, is that why you've bought him off? But once he's come off, I don't want to jump the gun on the man of the match thing, but I get the feeling that we are sort of leaning towards Helder Costa, to be honest, or Stuart Dallas. But I've got to say Costa. Last night we were saying, Roberts has picked up a lot lately and Costa hasn't. And I honestly thought Costa, from when he came on, for the amount of slack he's been getting lately, he was fantastic. And obviously, like you said, Oscar, with that weakness they had on their right back slot, Raphinha was just like, there was one moment where he did nutmeg Bednarek, and there were obviously like 25 chances or something daft that he created from that left wing. Like, Raphinha had him on toast all night. But at the same time, like, Costa came on and actually had a natural left back who has won a Champions League. Don't forget that about Ryan Bertrand. Like, he had him on toast too, numerous times. His tracking back was fantastic in a central midfield position. Like, in general, I was very, very happy with Helder Costa tonight. I mean, he's got that little tendency to give away a needless free kick every now and again in transition, which I kind of think I like. I like a cynical foul. I don't care if you have to take a yellow card for it, but at the same time, I wish he wouldn't do it where Vestergaard's going to be a threat. But at the same time, I'm happy that he played really well tonight when he came on.
I'll tell you now, our man of the matches aren't the same.
No?
they're not the same. No, they're not the same. But I think Bielsa was right to play Raphinha on the left because Raphinha is better at getting at a Bednarek than what Harrison would be, in my opinion. And I think that's maybe why the switch. Or possibly it could have been because he was wary of Bertrand going forward and Harrison's better defensively, possibly. But I do like... I did like the switch up today because, like we say, we knew that Bednarek wasn't a recognised right back, and I thought, like we said, especially in the second half, Raphinha had him on toast. Great to see. But yeah, it was amazing. Costa coming off the bench doing bits, and then of course, Costa won us the free kick that finished off the game. Oscar, that lovely goal from Raphinha.
Yeah,
worldy.
Just brilliant all round. What a goal! I mean, the way we transitioned from defence to attack on. But the second and third goal, really. But on that goal, he's looked up. And to be fair, I fancy Costa to slip it through to Bamford anyway, even if he wasn't fouled. But then Raphinha steps up. And as I said, it's no surprise he stuck that back in the back of the net. No matter how far away he is, you just know with Raphinha, there's a moment of magic coming all the time from him. He's just a top, unbelievable talent that we've got. And I just hope we can keep him for as long as possible. It's just be unbelievable if we can keep him for... a couple of years. Absolutely superb for us. What a talent. The thing is, against Arsenal, against... I'm trying to think who did he play? Wolves. I didn't actually think he was at his best in either of those games. No. We still created everything that we made in those 2 games came through Raphinha. And he wasn't even at his best. That's how good he is. That's how you can tell a truly great player. in that kind of sense. And for me, the biggest compliment I can give Raphinha is that if Raphinha wasn't at Leeds United, the blow of losing Pablo Hernandez, not necessarily on the pitch, but in terms of psychologically for Leeds fans, would be absolutely huge. We'd be all just completely depressed, if we knew Pablo was leaving. But Raphinha softened the blow before Pablo's even left the club. That's the greatest compliment I can give to him. He already feels like that direct like-for-like replacement, in terms of just someone who can just produce moments of magic when you need him to. Clutch player, as Benjamin Bloom would say. That is what Raphinha is.
Let's just give Arav his moment in the sun. Yes, Man United beat us 6-2. Well done. There you go. It's done now. There's your little moment in the sun. Please smash a like on the video and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next stream. And don't worry, in April you will get yours. Believe me, we will have a switch up in that game.
Supported their title challenge well, didn't it? That 6-2 win.
Yeah.
Their City rivals are just taking the mick, aren't they? What are they on now? So that'll be a third title in 4 years. Their City rivals, who were like in League One, but a couple of 20 years ago, now they've won 6 titles in the time, something like that. Call it 6 titles in the time since Ferguson left. There you go. You just garbage. Forget Arav. Let me just flash some bits up. I just wanted to do this that I've seen on Twitter as well. Lovely to see this from the lads. Obviously, Raphinha's message for Ronaldinho's family, and then of course the Leeds United lads. Dallas originally got the shirt, and then I'm assuming Pat forgot to get it, and then obviously. I just assumed that's him because if I remember rightly, I seen Dallas with it at one point saying. So I think maybe part in the emotion. I'm not sure, but it's great to see that they dedicated that win. This as well. Leeds now have 11 wins this season. No team has ever gone down in the history of the Premier League with 11 wins. We've achieved that total with 13 games left to go. Some team this Bielsa opened that now silences those who oddly thought we were in a relegation battle, and there were some people out there. There were some people tonight who thought it was must win, etc. But that's 11 wins. Let's have a look. Can we just get fans to calm their passions about we need to keep Raphinha? He's going nowhere. He's here. The project under Bielsa relax. I agree, and I'll ask these lads as well. You don't come from a Champions League outfit. All right, Rennes in a huge club, but ultimately he could have been seen on the world stage, in the Champions League. He was going to get exposure. Instead, he's made the move to Leeds. He knows that Leeds United aren't going to be getting Champions League football after one season. They're not going to be getting European football after one season. I mean, we still might, but we possibly won't. And he knows that. It's all about the project. People, honestly, don't worry about, don't worry about the, him leaving. Arav said, Leeds, I hope you get top 6 over Liverpool. Sorry for the spam. It's all right. I bit though. That's the thing that really.
No, but that's all right. We give Arav. This is what I mean. People say remove him. I'd rather interact. Arav, thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Come along next time. Remember, April soon come, and Leeds United will get their revenge. I believe that will be the key.
Okay. Stop.
No, I'm telling you, bro. I do. Bielsa will have a different sort of plan. There'll be no 6-2s. They'll be getting fecking beat. As Christopher Junction says, Joe, ever the optimist. Any other key points you want to go through from this game, guys? Oscar?
I mean, bring on Villa, I guess. I think it's going to be a similar kind of game. I think the first goal will be key. And you know what? We've honestly... I think I saw, when I was speaking to Southampton fans before the game, absolutely fantastic by the way. They were asking me, would you take 12th right now? And I said at the time, no, I wouldn't, because I know that we've got players to come back in. We can play like we did tonight. We can play like we did against Palace. That's in the space of 2 weeks. We put in 2 performances like that. Yeah, we can finish top half for me. There's no reason why not. There's no reason we should fear saying that. We're above Arsenal. We're above Arsenal. Look at their budget. Arsenal
we're a position below
Aubameyang, probably more than our whole wage, well, a lot of our wage budget added together.
Yeah. We do pay Rodrigo over 100 grand a week, though.
Well, you know.
We are squeezed in, though, in between Tottenham and Arsenal. It's not a bad position to be, That's the truth.
I wonder if he's got Tottenham. Tottenham are awful. I don't know if Elena's watching this, but Tottenham are awful. Awful. They're already talking about getting rid of Mourinho. Wait till we go above them.
Well, make sure you check out KG's post-match KG Vision. Nice to see you, my man. He says we will beat Villa. I'm on that as well. I'm on that, but we'll wait. Yeah, what about you, Phil? Anything else you want to cover?
Yeah, there's one more thing I do want to sort of touch on. With it's a stat that Sky love to roll out. The whole Calvin Phillips is missing vibe. Leeds are going to lose. We've only won before tonight once all season without Calvin. It was a 3-0 win against Villa. We've lost the next 5 and we've conceded 4 3 times. Well, we've won 3-0 again tonight. So shove that stat where the sun don't shine.
Yeah, big shout out. Yeah, you're right, mate. You're right. I think maybe the back 3 helped tonight. I'm not sure. Maybe it's not playing without a DM because Pascal's not a DM. I think we've tried it. It's not happening. And Bielsa changed his formation, which we never thought we would see him do, and he did it. You know, last time out against Wolves, which was great to see. Great performance all round. We've got guys. 5 minutes time, we'll be back with the player ratings. There's over 800 people watching this. Please do stay around. Absolutely amazing numbers tonight. We always get it when we win, don't we, Oscar? Sometimes when we get beat, we're sat here in front of 100. Well, it's still a lot. Don't get me wrong. Those that do watch, I'm not griefing you, but it's so amazing, like the numbers we do when
it is mad. The difference the win makes. The difference the win makes. And there you go. There you go. And there's some people that say that it's only when we get beat that we turn interesting. Well, that's absolute rubbish. When we win, that's the time to be alive. It's absolutely.
He's our man, Biggie Gal, Arsenal fan, big win, mate. Yeah, and we're sat above you, Gal. Hey, I've seen some people, Arsenal fans, talking smack on the terrace, midnight vibes, saying Bielsa this, Bielsa that. They're not going anywhere. We're now sat above Arsenal, so that's all good. We're all good, mate. We're all good. Remember, guys, as well, before the whistle blows, we'll be back on Friday at 8 o'clock. We'll have our big match preview for Villa on the 6 o'clock before that. So double the amount of content.
Double whammy.
Gal says, don't remind me. Don't remind me. Great, though. But, guys, we're going to be back with you in 4 minutes on player ratings, okay? So we're going to go through each individual player, give our own ratings. There's over 800 people watching, as I say. Please stay with us. Head on over to that other stream. Get ahead of the game. Start smashing the likes now. Start it nice and early. We'll be with you in 5 minutes. We're just going to hop off this, jump on that, and then we can do our player ratings. Remember as well, guys, there is a poll on Twitter that you can take part in. So
check it
if
out,
you want
guys.
to be on that, put your marks in. I've gone big and gone early with Melier straight away, and I'll explain why. But yeah, it's going to be fun as always. Thanks, Phil. Thanks, Oscar. We'll play that track.
Yes.
And we'll see you on the player rating. Peace.